Aw, we're sorry, Donald. Are you gonna cry? Don't cry, Donald. I'll get you some milk and cookies and hopefully that'll make you feel better.
There's no need to thank me though, Donald. I'm simply helping out a friend.
Not gonna lie, Barack, you lost me at anyways, as I was saying.
I would love to hear you guys talk like that when I steal the controller from your hands while you're still playing and just say, I call dibs, stop whining. No one likes whiny people.
Barack, have we ever told you that you talk too much?
No, Joe, you guys have never told me that I talk too much.
We have something to tell you, Barack.
Are you guys going to tell me that I talk too much?
All right, guys, pay attention. There's a boss fight coming our way, and I feel like you guys aren't ready for it.
Dibs on going first, Donald.
Damn it, Barack, you can't just call dibs out of nowhere. There is a time and place for calling a dibs.
Dibs on going next after you, Barack. That means you're last, Donald.
Damn it, Joe, did you not hear what I just said to Barack? You can't just...
Shut up and hand me the controller, Trump. No one cares about whatever you just said about how to call a dibs.
Yeah, Donald, everyone knows that there's only one rule to calling dibs, and that one rule is whoever calls dibs first gets it first.
Yeah, Donald, what he said.
All right, let me put it into perspective for you guys. If I'm sitting in the front seat with the driver and you guys are in the back seat, then you can't call dibs on my seat because I already have it. Do you get it now? I mean that you can't call dibs on the controller while I'm playing.
Aw, we're sorry, Donald. Are you gonna cry? Don't cry, Donald. I'll get you some milk and cookies and hopefully that'll make you feel better.
Haha, nice one, Joe. Yeah, Donald, how about we call your wife so that you can whine and complain to her instead? Maybe she'll even come over and bring enough milk and cookies for all three of us.
Yeah, Donald. And if she doesn't show up, which is what's most likely to happen, I'll read you a bedtime story and tuck you in at night so that you can have a good night's sleep and you'll feel much better in the morning.
I've learned not to entertain stupidity, so I'm just going to let you guys say what you want to say until the storm passes. You will be getting no responses from me.
You seem a little aggravated, Donald. Are you all right? Should I give you the controller back? Will that calm you down and make you feel better?
Yes, Barack, that would obviously make me feel better.
The thing is, when a dibs is called, there shouldn't be any feelings involved and everyone should just accept it.
Damn it, Barack, are you even paying attention to the game? Your health is literally hanging by a thread.
Yeah, Donald, don't worry about it. I got this. It's just that, remember, Joe set the game to max difficulty, so every hit does a lot of damage to you. Anyways, as I was saying, if I were to give back the controller, I would have violated the rules of the dibs, and the universe doesn't look too kindly on that. Plus, if I were to give back the controller, it would set a precedent which would invite chaos in the future, since it would water down the power of the dibs, and everyone will contest a dibs just so they can play first. Not to mention the fact that I simply don't want to reinforce any whiny behavior, because no one likes whiny people, Donald. So, after this, you will actually have learned to be so much more likable to people. There's no need to thank me, though, Donald. I'm simply helping out a friend.
Not gonna lie, Barack, you lost me at anyways, as I was saying.
Yeah, Barack, how about you shut up and focus on the boss fight? You almost just lost to the appetizer while you were talking. I got a feeling that you're going to get the crap beat out of you in this fight because you talk too much and aren't paying attention.
Sheesh, just calm down a little, Donald. Isn't it in your best interest if I lose? Because then I forfeit my turn and you get to play sooner, right?
I might be willing to tolerate being made fun of because I understand it's common bonding behavior among most close friends. But what I absolutely will not tolerate is horrible game playing, Barack. When you have that controller in your hands, you will respect it by giving it your all. Like you said, Barack, the universe does not look too kindly on things like that.
Wow, Barack, you really suck at this game. Look at your health and then look at Craven's health. You obviously will not win this fight. Might as well give me the controller since I'm basically an expert in this game now.
Yeah, Barack, serves you right for basically stealing the controller from me.
Relax, guys. I've handled much more dire situations than this. I've already started incorporating evasive maneuvers to make sure I don't get hit again. I've still got a fighting chance. Damn it, Joe, why did you set the difficulty on hard anyways? You know I'm not good at this game.
Nah, Barack, if you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. Give me the controller, it's my turn now.
Haha, Barack, it's funny how you went from talking about how you're implementing evasive maneuvers to blaming Joe and the difficulty for why you're such a loser. All I have to say about that is, stop whining, Barack. Nobody likes whiny people.
Not gonna lie, Donald, that hurt my feelings. But I appreciate how you used my own words against me because it shows that you were actually paying attention, so I forgive you, Donald. The key word there is forgive, in case you didn't notice.
Yeah, Donald, things will happen in life that will leave a bad taste in your mouth, but it's best to forgive and move on. Because otherwise you just come across as an angry gorilla if you keep thinking about it and holding grudges.
Yeah, Donald, no one likes an angry gorilla.
I would love to hear you guys talk like that when I steal the controller from your hands while you're still playing and just say, I call dibs, stop whining. No one likes whiny people.
In our defense, Donald, you look so adorable when you're irritated, so at the end of the day, it's all your fault for looking the way you do.
Haha, yeah, Donald, it's all your fault because you change colors for every emotion you're going through. You can't blame us for trying to see a light show. Think of us more like moths to a flame.
Yeah, or more like kids who just got a new toy to play with and are trying to figure out all of the toy's capabilities.
That was a terrible example, Joe. We all know that 95% of toys that kids play with do not survive that rigorous test.
Yeah, well, if you were a toy, Donald, you would be a very strong toy and would definitely be able to survive that test.
Actually, Joe, the most important factor when determining whether or not a toy will be able to survive the clutches of prepubescent boys isn't how strong the toy is. It doesn't matter how strong the toy is, because no matter how strong the toy is, kids will always find a way to break it.
Really? You think so, Barack? Then what's the most important factor that determines whether or not a toy will survive being played with?
Yeah, Barack, I know I said I don't entertain stupidity, but I also want to know what that factor is.
Well, guys, the reasoning is simple, actually. When a child picks up a toy to play with it, it's because the toy seems somewhat appealing to the child who picked it up. Otherwise, why even bother picking it up, right?
Oh, I see where this is going. In this scenario, you mean that the toy is appealing to the child, and so the child picks it up and checks it out? And if the toy is appealing to one child, then any other child would probably be just as likely to pick it up, right?
Damn it, Donald, stop interrupting me. I was in the zone, and now I'm not in the zone anymore because you interrupted me and said what I wanted to say. I was getting there, Donald, and I was obviously going to say it much cooler than you did.
Yeah, Donald, don't interrupt him. Carry on, Barack.
Thank you, Joe. Now, as I was saying, if a child plays with a toy, it's because they find it appealing, in the sense that they assume that they might find something entertaining about it that they might enjoy. Once that toy has proved its entertainment value, the child proceeds to drain the toy of said entertainment value until it's not fun to play with anymore.
That's not possible, Barack. You're saying that children are entertainment vampires that will suck the entertainment out of everything. That's just not true. Also, it's not possible to drain entertainment, Barack. You've obviously gone crazy since you left the White House.
Joe, he obviously means that the kids proceed to reduce how appealing the toy is in their eyes by playing with it excessively. Kind of like when you hear a very good song and play it over and over again until you never want to hear it again.
Oh, yeah, of course that's what he means. I know that. I just wanted to make sure that you knew. I was using reverse psychology, Donald. Keep up.
Sure, Joe, whatever helps you sleep at night.
Well said, Donald. But let me also add that since a toy is a physical object, that draining it of its entertainment value could also mean making it not function as it used to or breaking it completely. In closing, if Donald were a toy, even if he were to be a strong toy, he would not survive because he would be a toy that changes colors all the time, and that would increase his appeal and attract many kids to him. Even if one kid played with him to satisfaction, another kid would just pick him up and play with him and so on. After a while, the Donald toy would be worn out and eventually would just break down, never to be played with again.
Barack, have we ever told you that you talk too much?
No, Joe, you guys have never told me that I talk too much.
We have something to tell you, Barack.
Are you guys going to tell me that I talk too much?
Yeah, Barack, you talk too much.
I think it would do you some good to learn to tell your point in less than 5 minutes. I swear when you start explaining a point, you sometimes go on for ages. I mean, case in point.
Yeah, Barack, you're not on a podium right now. There's no need for so many words. I mean, seriously, you could have just said, the main factor of whether or not kids break a toy is how appealing they find the toy to be, or how likely kids are to play with it in general. But instead you went on a whole rant about vampires and changing colors.
I never said anything about vampires, Joe. That was you who said that. Also, the changing colors bit was a callback to how Donald changes colors with every emotion he's feeling. I was also tying everything together because the conversation was initially about if Donald were to be a toy, if he would survive being played with by kids.
Wow, Barack, even when you summarize things, you go on a rant. Haha, nice one, Joe. Good to see you're a loser, too. Give me the controller. Let me show you guys how it's done.
Serves you right, Joe. Now, do you see what I'm talking about? There's no need to put it on hard difficulty. Normal difficulty would have been just fine.
I put it on hard difficulty to test my skills because I already finished it on normal difficulty. I thought I already told you this, Barack.
Consider your skills tested, Joe. We can all see that you lack any noteworthy skills. You finished this game, yet you're somehow just as bad as me.
Did he hurt your feelings, Barack? Don't cry, Barack. I will get you some milk and cookies, and hopefully that will make you feel better.
Haha, yeah, Barack. Or if you want, we can call your wife so that you can complain to her instead. She probably won't come because that's the most likely outcome, but don't worry because I'm more than willing to tuck you in at night and read you a bedtime story before you go to sleep. You will feel better in the morning.